Skippyjon Jones by Judy Schechner. Every morning, Skippyjon Jones woke up with the birds. And this did not please his mother at all. "Get yourself down here right now, Mr. Kitten Britches," ordered Mama Junebug Jones. "Not self-respecting cat ever slept with a flock of birds," she scolded, "or ate worms, or flew, or did his laundry, and missed Dewey's birthday." The lecture went on and on as usual. "You've got to do some serious thinking before you leave this room, Mr. Fuzzy Pants," said his mother, "about just what it means to be a cat. Not a bird, not a mouse, or a grouse, not a moose or a goose, not a rat or a bat. You need to think about just what it means to be a Siamese cat. And stay out of your closet," she added, closing the bedroom door. But once he was alone, Skippyjon Jones began to bounce and bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones, and I bounce on my bed, and once or 6 times I land on my head." On this way down to earth from a gigantic big bounce, Skippyjon Jones shot past his bedroom mirror. "Holy guacamole!" exclaimed Skippyjon Jones. "What was that?" So up he went again, and again it appeared. Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he said, "My ears are too big for my head. My head is too big for my body. I am not a Siamese cat. I am a Chihuahua." Back on land, Skippyjon Jones climbed into his toy box and rifled through some of the old junk. After he put on his mask, sword, and climbed onto the mouse, Skippyjon Jones began to sing in a moo-moo soft voice, "My name is Skippito Francisco, clap clap. I fear not a single bandito, clap clap. My manners are mellow. I'm sweet like a jello. I get the job done, yes indeed, clap clap." Back in the kitchen, Jujubee, Jezebee, Jillobo Jones were helping Mama Junebug Jones make lunch. "Can Skippyjon come out of his room now?" asked Jujubee. "No," answered Mama Junebug Jones. "Mr. Fluckner is still thinking." In fact, Skippyjon wasn't thinking about being a Siamese cat at all. With a walk onto the closet, his thoughts took down a lonesome desert road far, far away in Old Mexico. Not long into his journey, a mysterious band of Chihuahuas appeared out of the dust. "Ah, caramba! Who goes there?" asked Skippyjon Jones. "We go by the name of Los Chimichangos," growled Don Diego. "The biggest of the small ones. Who are you?" "I'm El Skippito, the great sword fighter, and Skippyjon Jones." Then the smallest of the small ones woke up. "Why, the mosquito do again, Paquito Tito, I go incognito." "And Skippy too. Do you like rice and beans?" asked Pintolito. "See, I love mice and beans and Skippito." "He might be a dog of our dreams," whispered Rosalita. "Perhaps," said Tia Mia, "if he knows the secret password." Leaning towards Don Diego, El Skippito half sneezed, half spoke the secret password into Chihuahua's very large ear. "Ah, Chupico." "Bless you," said Don Diego. "Gracias," said Skippito. "Then it's true," decreed Don Diego. "Yippee, yippee, yippee-do. It's the end of Alfredo Bozito. Skippito is here. We have nothing to fear. Adios to the bad Bumblebeedo." Then all the chimichangas went crazy loco. First they had a fiesta, then took a siesta. But after waking up, Chimichangos got down to serious business. Using his paws, Don Diego drew a picture in the sand of the great Bombito for Skippyjon to see. A hush grew over Chimichangos so great that one could hear a whisker drop. Alfredo Bozito, whispered the crowd. El Blimpo, Bombito, Bandito. See, said Poquito Tito. The bandito steals our frijolitos, not your beans, cried Skippyjon, outraged. See, Poquito continued. Red beans, black beans, Boston baked, and blue cocoa coffee kidney beans. Pinto and Jello too. And now it comes for us. Poquito added. ¿Por qué? Asked Skippyjon. Because we are full of beans too. Then Don Diego stood tall and in his most somber voice declared, Yo quiero frijolitos, huh? Asked Skippyjon. Do went to his beans back and Poquito Tito, and you are the dog for the job. Me, asked Skippyjon. Then all the chimichangas turned towards Skippyjon, the great sword fighter. But poor Skippyjon had no time for a plan, because in the blink of an eye, a giant shadow darkened the landscape. The chimichangas scattered in all directions. Vamos, Skippyjon, or is it to you, Bandito will ito? They cried. Skippyjon stood his ground, but his legs were very shimmered and shook like jello, and the teeth chattered like chanatas. Then in a mumble voice he said, My name is Skippyjon Frosquito. I fear not a single bandito. But Alfredo Bozito flew straight for Skippyjon until the bean-eating bandito hovered only inches away from the great sword fighter's face. Holy frijoles, cried Skippyjon as he thrust his sword into the air. Pop! Suddenly, landing on Skippyjon's sword, and quicker than one could say, chilichalas, cheese, and crackers, every kind bean spilling out of Alfredo's Bozito, Bombito, Bambito. Then all the doggies burst into a song, Yippee, Yippito, clap, clap, our hero is El Skippyjon, clap, clap. He's the dog of our dreams who delivered the beans, and now we can make our burritos, clap, clap. But back at home, there was such a ruckus coming from Skippyjon's room that Mama, Junebug Jones, and the girls just had to find out what was going on. They raced down the hall to the kitty boy's room. Banguito, Cashito, Papito, Skippyjon, just in time to see Skippyjon's closet exploding. Then out flew Candy, Beanbag, Doggies, and the kitty boy with his birthday pinata on his head. Skippyjon Jones, everyone cried. Hola, muchachitas, he said in Mama's soft voice. Mama Junebug lifted the Skippyjon and covered his head with furry, purry kisses. What am I going to do with you, Mr. Cocoa Pug? He scolded. That night, when he was supposed to be going to sleep, Skippyjon began to bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones with a mind of my own, and I'll bounce on my bed for hours. I know I'm a cat, but forget about that. Say goodnight, Skippyjon Jones called the Ma's mama. Buenas noches, mis amigos, and Skippyjon Jones. The end.